Hello, welcome to another episode of Bushcraft Dave out on a big hike. So you join me today as I take on walk number 24 from the Collins Rambler's Guide to the Peak District. Walk number 24, we're getting close to the end now. This is the first of a batch of red walks, one after the other. So this walk today, it's a level 4 difficulty walk. It's 5 miles. And it's Win Hill. When I did the previous walk, you'll have seen that our Win Hill was in the distance when I did Mam Tor and the Great Ridge. And as I've driven in today into the village of Hope, where there's the Hope Valley train station, Win Hill, and in the distance Loose Hill, which we were on the previous walk, pretty dominating the landscape, and quite a few of the peaks around here really do as you drive in. So the walk altogether is a 5-mile walk, so not particularly long, but it's the height and the intense climb, not that intense, but the climb itself that's going to make it more difficult. Looking at the map, when I was planning this out, it's about 2 miles of up, and then we're up at the top for about a mile before we're walking and coming back down into the village of Hope. The climb in the village of Hope, we're at about 175 metres. By the time we get to the top of Win Hill, we're at 462 metres. So I've got about 300 metres of climb to do to get me up, but then I've got the 300 metres coming down as well. I've headed out today on an evening. I finished work, got myself packed up, and I'm out. And today's challenge not only is to complete walk 24, but I'm also on a race against the sun as well, because I've got to that point in the year now, later on in the year, the sun's setting earlier and earlier. So I left for this walk at about 4:30. The walk says it shall take about 2.25 hours. What's this say? I mean, this says approximately 3 to 4. When I mapped it out, it said about 2.5. So I've left at 4:30, so I should finish at 7. But the sun sets at 6:30, which might mean for some really nice shots, but my aim is to try and get up and down before sunset. I've not brought any food to cook out with me on this trip, but I have got some food with me. I've got a fantastic burrito that I cooked up last night. So yeah, thank you for joining me. A level 4 difficulty, 5 mile, up and at 'em, taking on Win Hill. Let's be having ya. What a view. Lady Bower Reservoir in the distance. Absolutely stunning. And that in the middle there. I mean, if I was any kind of betting person, I'd say all that sort of area in there is some sort of, well, it would be where I'd think about putting some sort of settlement. I was looking at the landscape. And I mean, it's incredibly misty. I'm going to be walking into that on the way back down. But you can just see the top here of Loose Hill. And I'm at the top of Win Hill. I was reading up about it in my book. And according to the book, possibly etymologists are saying that this hill is slightly bigger than Loose Hill, and so maybe the name would come from the winners get this hill. If there was a battle, the winners get this hill and the losers get Loose Hill or Lose Hill. But that's probably rubbish, innit? It's probably got some other origin somewhere. Right, that was one hell of a climb. Legs are very tired now, very sweaty. It's only to be expected. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit, have some water, have me burrito, which I might tell you a bit about, and then I'm going to make my way back. But the sun is very much coming down. I mean, you probably can't even see me now, but it's going to be blinding me all the way back. And I didn't bring my sunnies. I'll check in my bag just in case. Anyway, time for the top of the hill winner's dinner. Starting to lose the battle to the sun. I've picked the pace up. When we get to this stone, not following the path anymore, Gonna follow this vague line here. We're heading back. Heading back to the cement factory and the village of Hope. We are 1 3/4 miles away. The Hope Valley Railway line still very much active. Curving round the bottom of Loose Hill. The sun's coming down. I reckon I've got 1.5 miles to go to get to Hope, which is kind of towards where that cement factory is. And I've got about 25 minutes. I can do it. I have started running. I'm being careful, but I have started running. Hello, so I've been doing a lot of running. I don't need to, but because I set myself that little challenge of beating sundown, she's 6:25. She's currently 9 minutes away, and at my walking pace, it reckons I need 14 minutes. So at the minute I'm losing, so I'm shortly going to start running again. But just in case I lose the light completely, thank you so much for joining me on today's walk. Walk number 24, Win Hill. It's a bit of a cracker actually, I really enjoyed it. And actually adding that extra challenge in for myself of beating the sun. Ate that delicious burrito. Now I didn't actually tell you about it. It was a gusto meal from one of them delivery boxes you can get. It was a gusto meal last night. And because I thought, oh, I'm going to go and do this walk, but I'm not going to have time to cook just because of the sun going down, I made up a gusto burrito dish. Inside it was like a coriander and spring onion basmati rice, some refried beans that we made, some chipotle paste. Is it chipotle or chipotle? Debate. Some of that spicy paste anyway. Avocado and some cheese. Absolutely delicious. It's giving me the fuel I need right now anyway. And I've got a busy couple of weeks coming up. There's a few videos that I've got sorted out that I'm going to put out over the next couple of weeks to tide me over whilst I'm super busy. With some good stuff on there for you to watch, which is cool. Got myself a bit organised. And then the next time I go out to do anything, it's going to be walk number 25, which is Kinder South and the Woolpacks. Another hefty difficulty, level 5 difficulty. 5 mile, but it's going to be the up, innit? It's going to be the up that's the challenge. Anyway, I'm going to go and set myself off trying to beat the sun. Let's see how I get on, but other than that, thank you for joining me. If you've liked it, subscribe. Get yourself ready to watch the next one. Hit that bell so it tells you straight away there's a new Bushcraft Day video. And as always, see you in the next one. And if we're thinking about whether I beat the sun, technically it is past 6:25. So on a technicality, I think the sun won. However, the street lights are off. So I'm going to take that as a small technical win. 1-0. Me versus the sun.